You've been here before. Standing weak-kneed before some figure of authority, reflexively swallowing every few seconds in a vain attempt to choke down the shame, those feelings of failure, that gnawing dread forming a cancerous mass at the base of your throat. You try to remember things differently than how they actually happened. Try to reinterpret your past, but the past always comes back in exactly the same way as it happened every time before. You remember when you were 9, and you were forced to act as a messenger of your own shortcomings. You held a war zone in your hands, blood-colored slashes on white sheets of paper, gossamer wings riddled with angry wounds, every crimson lash marking a question for which you had no correct answer. And that note that mocked you from the margins read, "Take this assignment home, have it signed by a parent, and put it back on my desk by tomorrow." Now, professional thieves have not practiced forgery with the same intensity as you that night, hoping to strike the perfect level of credibility so you could avoid the burning sting down your cheeks as you showed your mother proof that you were nothing but failure. It comes in waves. First, the collapse of your confidence as every bit of positive reinforcement you've ever been given comes crumbling down. That is followed by staggering self-doubt. Victims of car crashes, head-on collisions at highway speed have felt the same compression in their chests, and they, like you, were not fully braced for the impact. And now, this feels just the same. You wither beneath their gaze of judgment as that negative appraisal tells you the dreams that you brought before them are childish and empty. They expect that you will leave all these foolish and silly notions behind, that you will live a life unmoved and complacent, give them a day's work for a half a day's wages, spend every moment of your life at the mercy of a clock, your each waking moment, every single breath they claim as property. And your friends tell you it's best not to complain, not to muddy up the waters. They say you don't want to risk the security of a stable foundation. And you've been here before. Voiceless, defeated, discouragement carving canyons of sulfur down your cheeks. They want your silence. It shows their dominion over you. It proves that in this caste system war we've come to know as life, they have won. But you've been here before. These are not unfamiliar territories you wander lost and confused. This is a map you have written on the inside of your mind, one that you can recall with unflinching accuracy. And it's funny how all of these fears become irrelevant over time. The day that words come down from the head office, there is a cheaper, newer, more effective, and cost-efficient you just knocking at the door. It isn't until we realize that we have lived every moment of our lives on borrowed time that we can finally wake up just wanting to wake up, wanting to live every gift of every second we have been given. You've been here before. You know that in this world there are a million faces that would love to see you fail. Manchester. Climb on their backs. Use a sneer in their jawline to rise above the dust. Keep fighting. Keep loving. Keep grasping to break whatever is keeping you chained to this parasite romance they define as success. Don't you know? All that it takes for you to defeat this night is that you never stop trying to survive.